I'm glad to see you guys again. Let's go ahead and look at this example here. It says in the expression below, t represents a rational number. And a rational number here could be referring to either a fraction or a decimal, okay? So don't get confused. Just rational numbers referring to a fraction or a decimal. So the letter t represents a fraction or a decimal. What value of t makes the expression equal a value that is less than 5? Okay, so here we see the expression. This is what we're referring to when we talk about the expression. And whenever we see a number that's next to a letter, I want us to understand that means that we're going to multiply that number times that letter. Okay? So just so you guys could understand this a little bit better, I'm going to do here a few examples. If we have 5 next to letter n, that would be the same as 5 times the letter n. And we can't solve for this because we don't know what the value of n is. But I just want us to understand, whenever you have a number next to a letter, that means you're going to multiply that number times that letter. Okay? Or you guys might feel more comfortable seeing it this way, 5 times n. Here we have 6t. Again, we have a number next to a letter, so that is the same as 6 times the letter t, or 6, maybe you guys like the multiplication sign better, 6 times t. All these three mean the same thing. Whenever we have a number next to a letter like we do over here, here's another example. What is that equal to? Well, we have 9x. That is the same as what, guys? 9 times the letter x. Or here we have a number next to a letter, 8p. We have another example. That would be the same as what? 8 times the letter p. Or 8 with a multiplication sign, p. So here we have 5 next to the letter t. So that means that this is the same as 5 times the letter t. And it says, what value of t makes the expression equal a value that's less than 5? So we have 5t, that is the same as 5 times t, and it's saying here, if we were to multiply 5 times one of these numbers here, t could be any of these numbers, so we can make t equal to 5 over 5, we can make t equal to 6 over 5, we can make the letter t equal to 24 over 20, we can make the letter t equal to 4 over 5. If we were to multiply 5 times one of these rational numbers here, one of these fractions, what would give you a value that's less than 5? So 5 times what number is going to give you a value that's less than 5? Well, from the previous lessons or videos that we've seen, we know that whenever we multiply a whole number times a fraction that's less than 1, it decreases. It makes our whole number smaller. Whenever we multiply a whole number times a fraction greater than 1, it makes it bigger. So the question that I want to ask you guys is, which one of these fractions has a value that is less than 1? Because it's asking here, if we were to multiply t, which could be any of these fractions, times the number 5, what would give us an answer that's less than the number 5? So that means that we're going to be looking at this here. A whole number times a fraction less than 1 will make our number smaller. So 5 times which one of these fractions is going to make our answer or our number smaller? So we're trying to find a fraction that has a value that's less than 1. Okay, so here we have 5 over 5, and that is the same as 1 whole, right? If we have 5 over 5, I'll draw a picture of that over here. That would be 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Be 5 out of 5 equal parts, which is the same as the whole thing shaded. Same thing as 1 whole. Here we have 6 over 5. And if you guys see 6 over 5, let me draw a picture of that. That would look, we have 5 equal parts in our whole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we got to shade in 6 of those, so we're going to have to make another whole. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go ahead and shade 6 in, and that's 6 out of 5 equal parts that we have shaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this fraction here, this is greater than a whole because we have 1 whole and we have 1/5. And so this one wouldn't work. Here we have 24 over 20. and I'm not going to draw a picture of this, but 24 over 20, as we can see, the numerator is bigger, so it's an improper fraction, so it'd be greater than 1. Greater than 1. And here we have 4 over 5, and 4 over 5, as you guys can see, that is less than the whole. That means we have 5 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 4 of those parts shaded, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 over 5 is less than 1 whole. So which one of these, if we're to multiply 5 times one of these fractions, which one would make our answer or our whole number smaller? Would it be 4 over 5? Again, because a whole number, this is our whole number here. It says here a whole number times, here's our times sign, a fraction that's less than 1 decreases. It will make this number smaller. So the only one of these fractions that would make our whole number smaller would be 4/5 because it's less than 1. Okay, and again, that's because a whole number times a fraction less than 1 decreases. It makes that number, it shrinks it, it makes it smaller. So our answer here would be D.